Hello everyone, this is Zinia from Abstract Inspiration, and today I want to share with you a mixed media layout I created using some of my favorite Shimmerz products. I'm gonna start with these wood veneer pieces, and I have one of them already painted in gold, so I'm gonna show you how I did this. I'm gonna take this heart from the Paige Evans Take Me Away collection, and to make it match my color scheme for this layout, I use these acrotones in Pinkadelic to paint over that kind of like greenish teal part. For the gold one, I use some gesso and some of the gold creamies. I'll have the colors in the corresponding blog post, so you can check everything there. So while I let those dry, I'm going back to my shelf with the beautiful Shimmerz pastes, and I basically used some blues and purples and pinks, and I used all different kinds of pastes. I used pasties, I used dazzlers, and I also used textures. I just picked them by color, not by their finish. So I picked these 6 different colors, and again I will have the names of the colors in the blog post if you're interested in the specifics. And I'm gonna add to them a little bit of matte gel. Now I really love working with matte gel because although I really love the shimmer that you get in these beautiful pastes, in some cases, especially in scrapbooking, I feel it's a little bit too intense for my taste, so I always prefer to tone them down a bit with the matte gel. It makes it a little bit less shiny, but it doesn't make them completely matte by any means, so it has a more subtle shimmer when you mix the dazzlers and the textures with some matte gel, and that's what I'm going for. I actually used some heavy gel because I wanted to have a heavy body on my mix there. I didn't want to dilute it with a softer gel, and I'm gonna spread it kind of like butter, like cupcake frosting. This is one of my most favorite techniques, and I've done it in a couple of layouts in the past, but this time I just liked the idea of mixing the different effects of the paste. So what I'm gonna do is I have this thick layer of pastes on my page, and I'm gonna dip these wood veneer pieces in them. This is kind of like an impasto technique in painting, where you put a very thick layer of paint and you just create beautiful textures with that. So that's the inspiration there. I'm just smoothing out the edges a little bit on some areas, and to kind of give it a little bit more whimsical style, I'm going with some of my creamies and inklings. I believe this one is called Coral Reef, and I'm just doodling some leaves and vines and shapes like that. I am no expert in painting by any means. I'm just an art enthusiast, and I just love floral design, so there's no actual recipe on how to do this. I just started with some leaves and then added some branches and vines and swirly edges. I took a smaller brush here just to make it a little bit more a little finer lines, and I just continue building up until I am happy with the way it looks. I kind of matched that color with the bottom line. The bottom line is actually the crushed coral textures, so the colors match really nicely. It's a pretty close match, so I was really happy with that. So then once I'm done with that bottom doodly part, I'm gonna get a light blue color, and I'm gonna start doodling up. You see here the names of the colors. So the blue I picked is called Ride the Tide, and it's a creamies. And again, I'm gonna do the same thing on the top. I'm trying, I think that was the closest color I had to that blue on top. It's not really as close, but it's the best I had available, and it looks really nice, so I didn't mind that much. Actually, I didn't mind it at all. It really fit the design. So again, I'm starting creating those leaves and building up my cluster, adding some water as needed, you know, just playing around, having fun. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just adding a little bit of texture and fun elements here and there. So here I'm adding my photo, and I'm going back to my scrapbooking supplies to pick up some embellishments. I use these stickers also by the Page Evans Take Me Away collections to complete my title, which is You and Me. And then it's time for embellishing. These are ephemera pieces from the Pretty Little Studio Here Comes the Sun collection. I thought I would use them because they had these scripty designs and black and white, and I thought they will match really beautifully here, but I ended up not using that Love You title. And here I'm picking some scrap pieces to layer behind my photo. I believe these are from the Maggie Holmes Bloom collection. Just layering them together, stapling them, and you know, just building up some interest and adding some more color here and there. So I wasn't happy with that Love You, and I went through my other die cut pieces, and I went to the Amy Tangerine Better Together collection, and it had this beautiful floral cluster and these cute bird, and the colors were just so beautiful. They complemented the design really nicely, and I actually really love that darker royal blue that is there on these acetate pieces. I think this really elevated the whole design. It really needed that more bright pop of color on the blues. So I was very happy I found them. And I also really love that they're acetate, so when I will put the bird on that right side on top of the pastes, you will still be able to see through and you won't cover much, because you know, I really love that spatula sort of look on the paste, and I really don't want to cover too much of it. Now I'm continuing building up, you know, my embellishment there, and I'm adding these hearts. These are from the Pretty Little Studio Here Comes the Sun collection. These ended up on the page. I like the watercolor and doodly look they had. And I'm not going to do a whole lot of more in here. I am going to add a couple more stickers from the Cute Girl collection, which is kind of ironic when I'm making a layout for my boyfriend and I'm using a collection called Cute Girl, but it has these adorable sentiments and these little flowers that are matching beautifully with my colors, so I just had to use this. I'm also adding a few of the puffy little tiny stars there. Again, really nice colors fitting perfectly together. And I'm also going to use some of their cardstock stickers, and they have, like, at the bottom of that cardstock sheet it has a bunch of sort of like washi strips with some phrases, so that's what I used there, and this little golden heart. And I think I'm almost done with my embellishing here. I'm gonna stick my little bird down, and I'm just using double-sided tape. I know some cases when you use double-sided tape with acetate you can see through and it doesn't look good, but this design has a lot of lines and things were busy, and I'm also layering it on a rough surface, so it wasn't really visible unless you just look so close to it, and it didn't bother me at all. So that's what I did there. I added some lines in my journaling, and now I got this beautiful I believe it's an Inklings. The color is called Minor 49er, and I pick a generous blob of color and I dilute it with some more water, and I'm going to use it to add some splatters. I really love splatters on my projects, especially gold ones, and I really thought it needed them because I have the gold thickers and the gold tiny heart next to my picture, so a little bit more of that gold was definitely necessary. So here you can see the finished pictures and the close-ups. I really hope you enjoyed this, and if you're interested in more details and specific links and names on all the colors and Shimmerz products I use, you can check the link. You can check the Shimmerz blog. I have a corresponding blog post, and I'll try to put the link in the description here so you can check it out. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you again soon. Bye!